that's when you get it right. So hold on
All right, we are live. This is Carl. Welcome to Carl's Opinion. Let's go. Sunday night or Monday morning, depending where you're at. Okay. Let it jam for a little bit. Call-in number on the screen. VMix video call. It's ladies' night. All righty. There's our music. Yay. All right. Let's get this background music off. There we go. All righty. So, anyway, this is Carl, and this is Carl's opinion. Get a little background here. Let's cut this back. How's that? That sounds better. All right. Very good. So, there's a live call-in number, 775. Back. We're going to kill my mic and my headsets here. This is driving me nuts. Okay, hold on. All right, how's that? That sounds better. I like it. Good. Well, still got some. Sorry, guys. They may be doing this. All right, that's better. So, anyway, what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Anything's fine. All right. Take a look at the live chat. Oh, look, somebody's in there. What's up, Carl? Me, the great douchebag from Axe. Hey, good seeing you here. Let's see. Hey. All right. So, let's see. Pull this back a little bit. All right. That sounds better. All right. Anyway, you got a live call-in number. Ah, damn echo. My headset's driving me nuts. Let's get a way to get this off. Maybe that's the best way right there. Yeah, I'm not hearing echo now. All right, that'll work. And if somebody calls in, then I'll just go and put it back on. But if you want to call in, there's a call-in number there, 775-273-8970. Now, if you want to do a live VMix video call, it's real simple. All you got to do is send me an email to that email address right there, ca2jogger@gmail.com, and then I will shoot you the link, and then you'll be live. And let me show you how that'll look, kind of. Let's see. I have it here. Back here. Here's a beautiful picture of me right here. That can be you. Look at that guy. Oh, my God. That can be you right there on a live video call. Well, hopefully you look a lot better than that. But nonetheless, that could be you. So if you want to do that, just put in the chat that you want to do a live video call, and then you're sending me an email, and then I'll pull my email up, and I'll make sure to take a look at it. So you'll be good to go. Let me just get signed in here as well. Next. All right, just a little more work here. Excuse me while I take care of this. Boom. There you go. So yeah, just put in the chat that you want to do a video call. That'll be fine. Or you can call in right there on the 775-273-8970. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, interesting story from New York, actually. Let me pull it up here real quick. And let's see, we'll get to the headline right here. Okay. And there's the headline. And you'll see it right there. Let me pull this off and throw me in here. All right, so basically, let me just pull the headline down a little more. Immigration loophole allows MS-13 gang members to go free. Actually, to go free. There you go. That sounds great. So, yeah, they're free, and they got out, and they beat up a couple of kids. Really nice. Really good stuff, you know? So, there you have it. So, and that was in New York. That was at, I believe, Huntington Station. That's a major train station in on Long Island. It used to connect the Long Island Railroad to the main New York City Railroad. That's where you got out and you switched trains. I don't know what happens now. I mean, for all I know, you don't have to stop and get out and switch trains. But if you're going from like the eastern part of Long Island and going into the city, into Manhattan or Brooklyn or wherever, you would get out at Huntington Station. It was a back then, well, 40 years ago. 40 years ago was a really nice place. Very peaceful, very quiet. We didn't have any MS-13 gang members running around, though. And I'll just kind of scroll down through the article here. You can kind of see some of the highlights here. And it talks about how they came in as unaccompanied minors in 2016. See, who was president in 2016? Oh, that would be Barack Obama was president in 2016. And that's when you had all those, oh, the children, oh, they're in cages, oh, we got to let the children into our country, oh, they're just harmless little boys and girls, nothing to see here, nobody's going to do anything bad. Well, most of those little boys and girls that came from El Salvador, actually, a lot of the boys were either MS-13 gang members or got recruited into MS-13 once they hit the states. Long Island, again, I grew up on Long Island, up in Suffolk County. Very, very peaceful. In fact, I think Brentwood it's like kind of their home base. That was in Suffolk County. My grandmother actually lived in Brentwood. I remember going there plenty of times for Thanksgiving and weekends. And again, that was a very quiet, very peaceful neighborhood back then. And shame to hear what's going on up there. And you know, the Long Island cops, Suffolk County Sheriff's Office, they got their hands full. Um, you know, luckily they're not a sanctuary state, so they can actually contact ICE and tell them what's going on. So you know that's a good thing at least for them, and they get a lot of people deported. So you know it's just a real shame what's going on up there. And again, this is one of those issues where you know you can't let your compassion for people who are not from this country get in the way of protecting the people who live in this country. We have a lot of issues, a lot of problems here. People say, well, they don't commit crime at a higher rate as as our own U.S. citizens do. But that kind of begs the question. So why do we want to bring in more criminals anyway? I mean, if they're going to even add to the crime rate, I don't care if they're 5% less or 10% more or whatever the case may be. It doesn't really matter. We have enough of our crime here in this country with our own local criminals. I should know I do criminal defense work. We don't need to bring anybody else in. We just don't. And if you don't have a right to be here. And the whole point of this, again, it's not that you want to keep out this people from this country or those people from that country. The point is you want the immigration to go through the legal process. Why? Because it's all about assimilation. You want people to come here, know they have to obey the law as soon as they walk in the door, go through the whole test procedure, the background check. You want to make sure they can speak English. You want to make sure they know our history and our laws. They've passed the civics test. which is probably good for everybody, actually. A lot of them know more about our history once they go through that citizenship process than probably the average graduate of high school. I mean, like right out of high school, also. So, I mean, that's the kind of process you want people to go through. We let over 1 million people a year in. We've kind of determined that's a good number that we can handle economically, and that we actually kind of need economically as of right now. And so, hopefully, you know, we hopefully Trump stays firm on this border wall issue, and hopefully he doesn't bend on it. I don't think he's going to. And we kind of scroll down through this article a bit more here for you. You kind of read the rest of it. It kind of ends right there. And again, it's just a real shame on how this whole thing went down. But that's just one of the stories going on today. We have some other stories. Cut over here. And we have some other stories. Let me pull myself out of here. Now you don't have to see two of me. Seeing one of me might be bad enough. I can imagine having to see two of me at the same time. That might be really tough to swallow. But anyway, so anyway, if anybody has any questions, you want to put them in the chat room, or you want to do the live call-in number, I'll get that number back up right now, in fact. Let's see. There we go. There's a live call-in number. And also the vMix video call. To those of you who are subs to Axe Truth, Still the Truth channel, Axe and I, when he was saying, hey, I want to thank Carl, it really doesn't need to thank me. I mean, we were kind of collaborating at the same time, talking about different sources to use for live streaming, and so we were kind of going back and forth. We actually had a really good discussion one day. We were on Google Hangouts. It was a private Google Hangouts together, which was good. It was like a conference call, like you'd have at work, talking to two different offices. And him and I were just going back and forth, talking about the different types of things, like Google Hangouts, in fact. And we were talking about like Ecamm, which is what he uses because he has a Mac. And it's a really, really good, powerful program. I'm using the vMix program here. It's really good for PCs. In fact, it can only be used on PCs. Ecamm can only be used on Mac, and it's really good for live streaming, and then also you just recording. Like a lot of people do a lot of editing after the fact. They want to add this in, that in, all this other kind of stuff. But with vMix, you can kind of edit it all at once. It's kind of really nice on how you can do it. In fact, maybe I'll show you real quick here. Let me see if I can do this without messing something up. Let me just try something real quick. So if I mess something up, don't kill me. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Let's try this one first. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's see what that does. Yeah, okay, I'm going to shoot this over, and you can see kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, kind of does that. Let's see. Like, these are the different video screens. Let me pull the title off here so you can see it. These are the different inputs you got here. Like you see, you got, there's me right there, and this is... let's see what this one is. This is just a straight audio coming off the mixer board. Oh, I got a mixer board, just to let you know. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so this is the main audio coming in off the mixer board, which allows me to bring a mic in, and also Skype phone calls through that. This is this one right here. This is the vMix video call. This is the call I made earlier to myself just to test it out. This is a double set, and I'll show you that in a second. And this is the camera setups for the double sets here. This is the title page, which again I can bring in and out, kind of like this and like that by hitting it. This is the music. You're going to hear some music real quick. Turn that up, and here we go. Here it goes. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, had to turn that up on the mixer board so I could hear it here. Yeah. And then you could drop that down. And then, of course, down here, here's the browser. This is I brought this in off of Google as a web browser input. And, of course, this is the capture we're doing right now. Let me close that. There you go. So there I am. Anyway, so it's just kind of the cool stuff, you know. And if somebody calls in, we can go right through them on Skype. Got a little eRig setup, which works pretty good. I've tried that a couple of times, played with it, and yeah, it's been pretty good. So let's see what else is going on in the news today. All right, let's take a look here. Nothing there. Let's see. Lindsey Graham tells Fox News he's hell-bent on replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg with conservative, then removes microphone. Well, that's an interesting story. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Message retracted. Oh, you didn't like, you want to leave your message up. Okay, that's cool. No problem. I got it. So, too bad you retracted it. But, anyway. Oh, it's good that you stopped by, though. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I totally appreciate it. So, let me talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg real quick here. So, anyway, she missed the second week of oral argument, which is really strange. You know, supposedly nothing's going on with her. Supposedly she's doing okay, but she missed the second week of oral argument. Not so cool. Not so cool. But it looks like whatever problem she has, unfortunately for her, is that she might not be able to pull out of this. And if she doesn't, that's going to give Trump a chance to replace. He's replaced. He replaced Kennedy, replaced Scalia. Scalia's conservative, so big deal. And Kennedy, well, he replaced Kennedy with another Kennedy, basically Kavanaugh, clerk for him. He pretty much, just on his recent voting record, it looked like he's pretty much going to vote the way Kennedy would vote on a lot of things. But if he can replace Ginsburg, that's actually swapping out a liberal for then he would pick a conservative, probably that Comey Barrett, Circuit Court of Appeals judge, which would give the Democrats a real fit, just to let you know. They gave her a real hard time for appointment for Circuit Court judge because she's Catholic, and they didn't really dig on that too much. So, and they kind of went really after her pretty hot and heavy, which wasn't really nice. So we'll see. We'll see what they do this time. Hopefully they don't do anything bad, as far as going after her because she's a Catholic, But we'll see. But anyway, this has been Carl for Carl's Opinion. And I just want to thank everybody who's been viewing this and for the people who will be viewing this in the future. And I guess we'll end here with a little bit of music. And let's see, turn it up a little bit for you guys. There you go.
Get it right, so
I'll give you a screen to look at.
to me. Love like we never grew up, and live like you just get one tonight. We're kings and queens. One blink and it's over. Wake up, but we're older tonight. We're kings and queens.
Anyway, I just want to say thanks again. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you the next time I broadcast. Anyway, oh, by the way, if you like the video, just hit a like on it. If you like it a lot, why don't you subscribe, and that'd be great. Get my numbers up, and just show that you appreciate the work I'm doing out here. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.